And I never want to wipe out the earthworm. When you disc, you kill earthworms by the billions, literally. I want them rascals working for me. They're free. They're working 24/7. There's a huge amount of research that shows tillage is not the best way for maximum production or conservation of resources. There's great farmers out there using no-till techniques paired with cover crops, and they're doing a much better job of conserving soil moisture and soil nutrients. For the last 4 years, we haven't applied any fertilizer. We're increasing nutrients without the expense or time of applying fertilizer. We accomplish this by how we take care of the soil, never disking it, and the specific crop rotation we use. Many folks are surprised when they come tour the proving grounds that we don't even own a disc, and none of the fields have been disked in 14 years. As we've shared for years, using a no-till drill is a great technique for conserving soil moisture, reducing soil compaction, and reducing the amount of trips required to go across the field. All in all, it's just a superior technique to planting. This plot was planted 11 days ago, and now the beans are 4 inches give or take, and it's time to use the Goliath crimper. We planted through the fall buffalo blend when it was green, drilled right through it, almost like combing hair. Let the beans germinate and get about to their second set of leaves, and now it's time to terminate the fall crop. We lay it down, and it's going to cover the ground via mulch, but the most amazing thing is we're not hurting the plants that are coming up. It's scary the first time you do this. You let the beans germinate, then you pull the Goliath over the top of 4-inch beans, but the evidence is clear. They're standing up, and they don't look like anything happened. Using the crimper creates a great mulch, and we know that mulch is going to suppress weeds, conserve soil moisture. That's critical. That's like much cheaper than irrigating, and something we haven't talked a lot about, it shades the soil, so that keeps the soil surface temperature much lower. But when I get down at this level, kind of the microscopic level, here's what I really like. I see this year's fall blend we just laid down, but beneath it is all this duff from last year. This is what's so important. This decomposing vegetation is what's feeding the life, the worms and the bacteria that are building soil, doing such a great job. This is how we build inches, literally, of organic matter. Oh yeah, look at all those worms. An easy indicator of healthy soil is the presence of a thriving earthworm population. 28, get that one, Jacob, 28. 3 dozen worms right here. 3 dozen. Think about the hundreds or millions in this little spot. Certainly tens of thousands. Working every day, better than any disc, loosening the soil, letting air and water go in and out of soil as it was meant to, recycling nutrients, even breaking down rock and recycling nutrients and making them in a form that plants love. You can't buy any better fertilizer than what these worms are making. People talk about, why don't you disc? This is my disc. And it doesn't take any diesel fuel or new tires or labor. This is my disc. And they're aerating the soil perfectly. We can't create an aerator that does a better job. There's just nothing bad here. This is all good. It's not good, it's great. People ask me all the time, well, don't you have to till to loosen the soil? I mean, look at that. Look at all the worms. It couldn't be better. Earthworm castings, well, they're rich in nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and it's free. I'm sure most of y'all noticed in areas where there's a lot of disking or soil tillage, after heavy rain, the local creeks and lakes, well, they're full of soil. We've had some really heavy rains recently, but the creek is running crystal clear. We just talked about earthworms and making pores in the soil so water infiltrates in instead of running across. When it runs across the top, it carries sediment, we call it erosion, gets in streams, causes pollution. But if you've got a healthy landscape, we're in really steep land here, but it's all covered either by forest or by food plots that are never tilled. And with that, the soil stays in place and actually builds up instead of running off. It's a big change for a lot of people, But there's no doubt about it. Healthier soil is undisturbed soil. Soil that's not disked and not tilled.